Go.
Hi, Jacob. My name is Alyssa. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So, just to preface a few points before we start. So, this meeting is going to be recorded and shown to 10 people in my agency group. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Other than that, it's completely confidentiality. And I am a mandated reporter, so if you mention anything like abuse, suicidal ideation, like planning on committing suicide, or anything like that, I am required to report it.
Okay.
Okay, so what have you come in for today?
Well, I got in touch with you because I've just been having some issues in my marriage lately, and I thought maybe talking to someone could help because, I don't know, I just feel like my wife doesn't really respect me anymore, and I've really been struggling with that. I'd like to work through it with someone.
So, do you feel like it's just the respect in the marriage that's causing issues, or is like what gives you the feeling that there's no respect?
I just, I used to come home from work and she'd be excited to see me and would be really, affectionate and loving, and it would really make me feel better if I came home from a bad day. But now I come home and she's just, it's like she's barely there. Like, we say our hellos, but then the night goes on and no one ever talks, and she goes to bed early and I sit up for hours, and it's just, it's not an easy feeling.
So you feel like your wife has become more distant, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good way to describe it.
Okay, so how long would you say this has been going on for? Was there like a specific time frame, or did it just happen gradually?
I would almost speculate there was an event that triggered it, maybe, because about a month ago the shift happened pretty fast, such that it was pretty noticeable for sure.
So it was just kind of a fast, very affectionate, everything seemed good to distant?
Yeah, I would say that's
Okay.
right.
Do you want to tell me more about the event you think happened?
Well, I don't really know what it could have been. It just seems like it happened so fast that something must have changed. It's pretty close to when she changed jobs, so maybe that has something to do with it. But she seems to really like her job, so I don't really know why.
So she changed jobs?
Yeah.
What job change? Did she like switch careers, or is it the same career, just a different company?
No, she did kind of change careers because she had, she'd graduated with her degree and couldn't really find any work, so she was just working, in fast food for a while. And she was doing fine there, but then she did finally find a job. And so, she's been doing that, and I'm, really happy for her, and it seems like she's really happy, but ever since she started working there, it seems like there's been a big change.
So has she mentioned any like problems at work, or has she seemed going to work like there's kind of a regret kind of there?
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. It's not exactly her dream job, but it's at least in her field, and it's a job I think people would be excited about. But I don't know, and it's not like she's working tons of hours and is exhausted all the time. Like it's actually a pretty relaxed job, and it seems pretty doable for the most part. So I'm not really too sure.
Okay, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit and go focus on your side of things.
Sure.
How do you feel about the job that she has?
I feel really good about it. I mean, I think it's very interesting. I think it's pretty cool to be like, my wife is out there designing roller coasters. I mean, that's a cool job. But it's like, that's cool. She's finally putting her civil engineering degree to use. So that's amazing. I really don't know.
So what signs have you seen other than like kind of distancing? Like, has she said anything that she wouldn't say before, or has her behavior shifted at all while in the house?
Well, she's really excited about one of her coworkers. But I haven't really been worried about it because it's not like it's a guy or anything. It's a woman, and so I'm not worried about her like cheating or anything. But it seems like whenever we do talk, it's always about Julie.
So is Julie the coworker?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do you feel like because it's a female, you're not anxious that there's cheating? Is interesting. Could you clarify for me? Has cheating, the possibility of it, come across your mind?
I mean, I guess a little bit, but I don't know. I feel like it'd be so much easier to be worried if it was a guy, but I don't think she's gay. So like I don't think that's what's happening, but I guess it's not impossible.
It is natural to feel kind of anxious or for thoughts of possible cheating to come into a marriage when it seems there's a shift and there's more distance. It is completely natural. I just want you to know that. Would you say she's spent more time with Julie outside of work?
Not that she's told me, but there is definitely times where I'm pretty sure she's not at work and she, isn't home, and so I wouldn't be surprised, but she hasn't communicated to me that she's out with Julie.
Do you want to explain to me more what makes you think that she's not at work and might be saying she is when she's not?
It's not that she says she is when she isn't. It's just more that like I know her general hours, and there's definitely times where I come home and she's supposed to be home and she isn't. So.
Gotcha. So there's times when you just kind of have the feeling that she's not at work and she's somewhere else.
Right. Like it just, I feel I'm never the kind of person to check and track them or anything, but there's times where I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be home right now and she isn't, and then she comes home and eventually, and I'm like, okay, well, can't ask her where she was because I don't want to invade her privacy. She has a life, but it's nice to be in communication about these things too.
Yeah, communication is definitely very good in a relationship for sure. And so would you say it kind of feels like you're giving her more respect than you're receiving?
Yeah. I try and do good things. I try and remind her that I love her, and I don't really feel that reciprocated a lot, whether it's just bringing home flowers or cooking dinner as a surprise, or just trying to do those kind of things, doing things she likes for her, and watching her favorite shows if we watch some TV, but it just doesn't seem to work. I was like, I put in all this effort and I don't get anything back.
Okay, so we're about done here.
Okay.
So would you say, could there be a possibility that she could be open to couples therapy, or have you mentioned anything like that to her?
I haven't, no, but I think I can, and think we can see, and maybe that could work. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will give you suggestions of couple therapists, and you can bring up to her if you want to.
Okay.
It's all your decision, and you're still able to come in and talk to me about it, but if you want that extra kind of support to work with her through things and have another person with.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, well, it was great meeting with you today.
It was great meeting with you. Thank you for your time.